sliding one. Might as well get the sliding one.
Both of them doing it, not the best. One person, great.
The circuit, but I want to make sure that it's done properly and it's up to code.
Oh my god, it sounds like such an idiot.
Oh, I made it through. Oh my god.
Good morning, welcome to the video today. I'm so excited because this is going to be an update on our basement. We have been doing so much work. I say we, really I mean Dan. Dan has been doing so much work. I've been there for moral support. It's kind of the same situation as couples with the Christmas tree lights. Both of them doing it, not the best. One person, great. I have no idea what I'm doing. Honestly, Dan has never done it either, but he just has way more experience with building things and like knowing how to use tools, whereas I clearly do not. I've never done that before. And I think if I was doing a project on my own and I was going at my own pace, it'd be fine, but I'm not. And we were just getting frustrated with each other, so Dan just asked if he can do it by himself. And he is getting help from some friends at some point. And I was like, fine by me. I'll help in ways that I can, but for the most part, it's Dan. But I am so excited because A, it's looking so good already. I'm gonna insert a ton of clips, you'll get a sense of where we're at right now. And if you are confused, my husband and I are renovating our entire basement ourselves from scratch, putting up all the wall framing, doing electrical, doing the drywall, putting in the floors, even doing our bathroom eventually. Like, we're doing it all. My husband is in charge of all of the building stuff. I'm gonna be in charge of the paint colors, the design, all things like that. Together, we make a good team. But because I don't know what I'm doing or talking about, Dan is gonna be explaining a lot in this video, so you'll get to see a lot of him. And I right now am going to a coffee shop to go work. I don't have an office. I usually just work from home, but as my son is getting older, it's getting harder because I just don't have a dedicated place. Like, eventually when our basement is finished, I will have an office down there that I can work in. But I also just enjoy going to a coffee shop by myself and getting some work done. So that is the plan today, and then I'm going to insert a ton of the clips from the basement. I'm also going to insert like inspo stuff that we're looking at. But so far so good. We have made a few mistakes here and there. We've had to go in and do some changes, but it's a learning process, right? Like Dan said in the last video of our renovation series, you can make mistakes. It just costs a little bit more time and money. So we're trying obviously to avoid that as much as we can, but it's our first time. We're learning. Dan is thriving. He freaking loves this. It's like his calling. So who knows, maybe we'll start doing this more often in other places or other homes. Just gonna put that out there, manifest it a little bit. But before I get started, I wanna say a big thank you to Native for sponsoring this portion of the video because I've been using this deodorant literally for years. I started on it, I think I was pregnant with my son, so he'll be 3 in May, so well over 3 years. And the one I just put on now is the Sea Salt and Cedar. The scent is so good. And in all my get ready videos on TikTok, I'm always showing these deodorants and I get a lot of questions about them. I like them because they're aluminum and paraben free. And they also do come in like a plastic free container if you want that as well. But their stuff, not only does it smell really good, you can get unscented by the way, but it works the best. This is the best deodorant for me. Dan uses it too, and he has been through the ringer with deodorants. So this is the one that he uses. It's the charcoal one. This one, I mean, I don't even know how to explain the scent. Like, I don't know why I'm attempting to explain the scent, but it smells good. It's a little bit more manly, but still unisex. All of their scents are unisex. I do have a code for you. You can use my code ALEXC2 to get 20% off your entire purchase. They have very simple and clean ingredients like coconut oil and shea butter. And what's also really cool about them is that they're vegan and cruelty free. Plus, they last for up to 72 hours. So I like to apply them sometimes before I go to bed, but most of the time in the morning, and it lasts throughout the day. Even when I work out, it lasts. The other scents that I like are lavender and rose, and this is citrus and herbal musk. These two smell so good. This is the one I used when I was pregnant, so I just got a new one. I haven't opened it yet because I'm trying to use up the other ones, but this reminds me of being pregnant, so it does bring back a lot of happy memories. And the packaging is so cute as well. Like, just sitting out on your counter just looks so good. And then the citrus and herbal musk, I used postpartum. Oh my gosh, this literally brings me back. That's so crazy how that works with scent. I'm like transported back into the house that I was living at when I first gave birth, that first year of Arkham's life. And I'm like literally in that big bathroom, the big marble bathroom, like applying the deodorant. That is so wild how that works. But I absolutely am like the biggest fan of Native. I think they're so great. Again, I will have a link listed down below in the description that you can click and you can shop for yourself. They have a wide variety of scents. You can also get unscented, and like I said, they have the plastic free option. My code is AlexC2 for 20% off your entire purchase. They do also have a sensitive range, so that is made without baking soda. If you do have any sensitivity to that, you could check out their website and see what there is to offer. And yeah, again, a big thank you to Native for sponsoring this portion of the video, and thank you guys for always being so supportive over my sponsorships. And honestly, this is like the most natural one because I literally use this all the time, every single day, and in like every single get ready with me video on TikTok, I'm like always showing it. And so I don't know how long my code will last for, but I will keep sharing it for those of you that are curious. And yeah, let's get into the renovations now. I'm very excited. This might be a long video and we might have to cut it up in 2 parts because I have like 2 hours of footage to go through.
Okay, Dan, what is today?
Probably the last step of prep.
Okay, let's do it. Also, it was really cool. There was a lot of people that were commenting on our video that do this. Like, they're professionals.
Okay.
And they were giving us some advice. So that was really helpful, actually.
Nice.
About, like, what to put down on the floor underneath the vinyl?
The vinyl?
The vinyl. The floor pieces. You know what I'm saying? Oh my god, it sounds like such an idiot.
Yeah, we're just putting a bunch of records.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Okay, so I just want to clean, and then we gotta move this stuff out of the way.
Okay. Where's the monitor?
Bring all the tools down from upstairs. It's upstairs.
Okay.
And then I want to open up and set up the saw.
Ooh, let's do it. Okay, we got a bunch of tools. All this stuff. Dan's charging something over there. And I think we're gonna measure out the walls. Okay, this is pretty cool. There's like a laser that measures out the exact line that we need to follow. How did you set that up?
Well, I wanted to see how it worked.
Oh. Make sure it's straight.
Basically, this is gonna be like part of our wall.
And then you just do the chalk.
Yeah, and then I'll put a chalk line, but I wanna measure how far we want to go, and then measure all this and.
Okay.
We could cut like really large pieces and then like go back.
Okay.
But for 2x4s, you just keep it right here because.
Why would we need bigger pieces for the floors?
Like the flooring might be a lot
Oh,
wider.
right, I
It'll be
see.
a lot easier to cut it. It might have been long enough on its own, but I don't know what floor we're gonna decide.
Yeah,
And
true.
it was like a $30 price difference
Yeah.
to get the sliding one. Might as well get the sliding one.
It's cool. Okay, phase 2, y'all. This wood, I don't exactly know what it's called.
It goes right here. Same, exactly like this, but all along.
The main thing that's gonna be hard is the ceiling, like having to go down like this, go around the vents. That's the challenging part. And the electrical. Okay, so where do you want to start?
In that corner.
Okay.
I already measured out.
Okay.
I put, so you can see, so we'll do the first one right up as close as we can. And then I put a marker over there for you to hold it. And then I'll just nail this side, and then while you hold that side. When you put drywall on the ceiling,
yeah,
you want to be able to attach it so that it's supported. So
okay.
Not droopy.
Okay. Cool.
All right, so we had a bit of a hiccup in doing the basement because we went to New York City and then Alex got sick on the way home. So we kind of missed like a 2-week period of doing it. So we're gonna try to get a little bit done tonight. I trimmed all the strappings there so they're nice and even. And now I just cut a couple of pieces just to try out the drill before I did it on camera. I didn't want it to be boring, me stopping every 2 seconds to make sure it works, but it works good. So I'm gonna cut a few pieces so that way they'll line up and meet nice in the middle and they won't be hanging over like the first ones here. Yeah, so I'm gonna cut a few of those, and then when Arkham goes to bed, we're gonna nail up a few of those. Try to get this whole like living room section done tonight, and then if that goes by quickly enough, then we'll move on to maybe like over the bathroom or over the hallway here. I'm gonna take off all the like air vents because they're a little high and the strappings don't fit underneath them. So I'll do that now while I wait for Alex. Okay, so we're back the next day, and I actually forgot that I had little grip things that could allow me to do this by myself. So I was able to do this whole section by myself. So I'm able to hold the wood in place and do it all by myself like that. So now I'm gonna start over there on that side and work my way through this hallway and then do where the bathroom was gonna be. Once that's all done, we can start doing the walls. Okay, so what I'm deciding to do actually is test my wall making skills by doing a very small portion, because right here, we're using this already prefabricated column to be a part of the wall. So I'm just gonna build off of that to right here. It's a good way for me to test just making a little spot. So I measured out all my pieces. I'm not actually gonna put it up yet because one of my neighbors is lending me some water vapor sheet to put underneath the wall, just to protect that bottom piece of wood. So I'll tilt it up and see if it fits, but I'm not actually gonna attach it yet. Okay, so that's done. Few tricky things. I wasn't too sure how to safely hold it square, especially towards the end when it got a bit warped. I wasn't quite sure what I was supposed to do because obviously I don't want my foot and my hand near it, but it's a bit awkward to do. I'm sure some of my friends can give me a hand with that once they come over and explain it better to me. But it works, so let's see if it fits. So it seems like I might have measured a bit tall, which confuses me because I know you're supposed to take off 3.5 inches because you got 1.5 per 2x4 and then 1/2 inch for the strapping. I might have mismeasured, but I don't think so. So this is why we practice on a small section as we're learning, because I just realized after I took it apart, I only measured 3 inches off instead of 3.5. So my height was 1/2 inch too tall. So I had to use my little handsaw there to trim these pieces, re-nailed this one. Now we should be good to go. So I don't know if I filmed this or not, but it fits. So I haven't attached it yet because I want to put that water vapor barrier on the bottom. But I'm going to build this next little section which goes to a corner here, and there's going to be a door. It's a bit tricky because of this vent. It's going to kind of go up and down, but I just measured like 15 million times and I think I got it right. Well, I'm proud of myself. I measured out what I assumed would be the absolute trickiest part to do, where I had to frame a door and go up and down, but I did it. I didn't put any of the centerpieces or anything yet, I just wanted to make sure. Plus, I'm not leaving it up because I gotta frame the rest of the wall based off of this board on the bottom here. But I think I'm done for today. I am drenched in sweat and I'm pretty tired, so good start so far. Okay, so I've been just putzing along here, getting stuff done. I don't remember the last time I updated you, but I haven't been doing compilations of absolutely everything because it's just, you know, you don't want to watch me put a million strappings on the ceiling and build a bunch of walls. But right now I'm framing out this wall that's going to go right here. It's a real simple one because it's just a 94 by 90. There's nothing complicated about it. There's no doors, there's no windows, there's no up and down like here. Real simple. So I'm just throwing it together now. Got all my pieces measured out, just nail gunning them all together, and then I'll put it up. There's a few tricky things I'm running into though that I'm gonna ask some more experienced people for help with. One of them being like, I don't know what to do with that thing. I don't think I can shove it up, so I'll probably have to box around it. Definitely gonna have to box around this, so maybe I'll just box from here and go down to here, but that just makes the bathroom a little bit shallower. It's not so bad. I guess it lines up with the window pretty nicely. And then one of my other things that I'm wondering is what to do with my strappings that meet here in the middle. Because if I do that, it's gonna split them. If I nail gun, it's gonna split them, which I don't really understand how they did it without splitting. Maybe I have to do it at an angle. I don't know. I'm sure somebody can help me with that. So I'm gonna finish up this wall and then I'll put it up in place. Well, and that's that. Okay, that was a lot trickier than I thought and kind of a waste of time since I'm going to be taking it out, but I like to visualize it. So we got it up, it fits, it's perfect, it's exactly the measurements I needed. It's not lined up perfectly yet, like this is sticking out more than it should because it should be flush against the wall there, but it's just, you know, good for now. Got to put the vapor barriers, got to move some stuff, but we got it. So what I'm doing now is I'm taking off some of the drywall that the builders had put up because we do need to run wire, like you see here, how they have wire running down for an outlet that's right there. So we need to do the same thing because we want to put a couple outlets in the bathroom. We're going to want to build a big TV unit here, put some outlets. We're going to want to put some outlets over there. Alex was nice enough today to take Arkham to her parents' house, so I've been able to get so much done. It's nice to just have no distractions and just try to get through as much as I can. But yeah, I'll probably have to do kind of everything on like this side, like put the walls up, do the electrical here, and then move all that furniture onto this side and take all those drywalls off and do it over there. I have a few friends that work in like electrical in the field, so I'm gonna try to ask for some help because I definitely, I don't know, I want that stuff to be up to code, and plugging it into the actual like junction box, I think you call it, I want that done right. I don't want to do that myself. I'll do the pot lights and make the circuit, but I want to make sure that it's done properly and it's up to code. What I might do after I take off these 2 sheets of drywall is just do like build some of this frame here and then just leave it on the floor for once all the walls are up, then I can just build off the walls. So maybe I'll do this box around this vent, and then maybe I'll do the box in the bathroom. Yeah, I'll start with that. Maybe I'll do that, but first I gotta take off this drywall. Okay, update time. Putting water vapor barrier sheet on the bottom of all the walls I'm making. Once I've done that, I'm gonna try to actually put up the walls. Still don't think I'm gonna fasten them in just yet. Can always do that later, but I'll put them up for now in the exact places, and then hopefully you'll get a nice frame of it. But yeah, basically I'm doing this because it's direct wood on concrete, and you know, it doesn't hurt, it's cheap. All I do is staple it in, and you know, I don't want to have rotting wood at the bottom of all our walls. Not that it would, because if we have water in the basement, that's a bigger problem. But you know, why not? It's simple and it's cheap. Just put it on the bottom. I do have a frame for the vent here. That's this vent along here. And then I got to build out a little wider to go around this vent too. So once I do these walls, my next step will be to do the vents if I can. Oh, I made it through. Oh my God. I had to move the desk, and then I actually had to move this wall like 1.5 feet tilted, leaning, so that I could just squeak through and then lift it up and go right under this light fixture. And of course I didn't film that part, but anyways, it's there, so obviously I got it in there. Whew. Okay, so we're framed. So this is what it's gonna look like. It's obviously it's not perfect, I haven't wedged them in the spot yet, but walk through door frame here. This is our nice bathroom. So we're gonna have a little shower there, that's the shower drain. Toilet will be over here, which probably means we'll put the vanity over here. I have to box down low here, so it'll be low all the way to here, and then open up where the window is, which will be nice. Gonna have to box around this pipe, probably build some kind of like shelving unit so it's a bit hidden, or just spray paint it white and leave it there. We'll figure it out. I'm not quite sure what I want to do with that yet. But yeah, and then over on this side, it's just a little furnace room, so it's walled off here. Put some like nice noise canceling panels on here so you don't hear it when you're in the basement. And this is nice because it's got everything like utility wise in the house. It's got like the air exchange, the humidifier, the furnace, the hot water tank, the central vacuum, the sub pump. There's just like pretty much everything you need is tucked in this little closet, so it's nice. I may have mentioned this before, but we are gonna contract out a plumber to give us the water for the shower here, and then probably run a line along the top and bring it down for the sink, just because, I don't know, that's an area I don't really want to mess with. I don't want to mess it up and have leaks, and then the ceiling gets all messed up, and then, you know, it's very easy for a contractor, for our plumber to come in for a one-day job and just get that done. But yeah, we're getting there. Slowly but surely, we're getting there.
Okay, I'm gonna do a little overview because I realized in all of this, Dan, he's so nice by filming this, by the way, guys. Like, it adds on with him doing the stuff, but this is what it's gonna look like. So ignore the mattress. That is actually gonna go inside the wall. On the other side, we're gonna do like a Murphy bed situation. From this floor all the way to this wall is gonna be a big open hallway. We'll walk down the stairs, have a big place over here. We're gonna have some shelving units put in with drawers and stuff for storage. You're gonna have your first wall with a door for the bathroom, and then all this will be open, and all this will be open as well. And what we're planning on doing is having this be the living area. So we're gonna have a TV on the wall with built-in shelves for like a desk or whatever. All of Arkham's toys. We're gonna have a big couch like this over here. Probably get the Nugget or something. And then on this side, we're gonna have a big open area where we're gonna get from IKEA custom, basically like shelving units on both sides, and then a bed that folds up into the wall. That way you can pull down the mattress and have a spare bedroom if we needed to. For when we have guest stay, they're gonna have basically this whole room as well as a bathroom. This closet is massive. There's a lot of space for storage here as well. And I just think it's gonna be nice to be able to open up the entire space so that we can enjoy this basement to the fullest, have the kids play down here when we're upstairs. This couch is gonna eventually go upstairs, our upstairs couch is gonna come downstairs. So there's a lot to do still, but you know, it's always messier before we actually clear it up. But I'm so excited. Dan killed it. I am so proud of him.
Okay, I'm back in my spot where I usually hang out and chill when I film these like chatty vlogs. So I know this is a lot of footage of Dan just building, and I tried to make it look somewhat enjoyable with time lapses and music, but honestly, if you're not into building series or building stuff or this process, I'm sorry if that's boring, but that's just the reality of things because stuff takes time. It's not going to be very exciting until you start to really see it come together, which I think you can kind of get the gist of it by the end with all the walls going up. Also, for those curious, because I did get this question on Instagram, when Dan is working on the basement, Arkham is either napping, it's at night, or I'm with him, so that way Dan has like full time to get everything done. Majority of the time, if I need to work, then he just does it when Arkham's napping and like after he goes to bed. I'm very excited. So the next step is electrical, which Dan is pretty certain he can like do it all, and then he just is gonna hire someone to install it properly, or he's gonna get one of his friends to do it because he has I think 2 friends that are electricians. And then we need to go look at some floors. So that's the next step, is to look at floors and then put up the drywall. And I think there's like plastering or something we have to do. I don't know. Dan knows all the details, but the next video you'll see in this series is gonna be way more exciting because you'll really start to get to see how it's gonna look. And for those of you curious as to how Dan knows how to do these things, he's very smart when it comes to building. He, in the past, has like built stuff with my uncle. They made a deck together. He's been involved in different construction things, so he sees how stuff works. He's always been someone that likes to build and fix stuff around the house. Like, he loves Home Depot. He loves to get gift cards from there so he can go buy tools. And he has fixed like our dishwasher before, our washing machine. Like, he's worked with electrical before. He built a computer from scratch literally like years ago. I don't know. He knows how to do this stuff. Also, there are so many things available online to learn. So he has watched a lot of tutorials as well as talked to a lot of friends who have done things like this before. So it's just a collection of knowledge over the past years, and he has an incredible memory. He remembers things that I don't even know how. Like in history, when you have to memorize all those dates, he still to this day knows all those dates because he just remembers. Once he learns it, he remembers it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. This past weekend, I was kind of planning on vlogging and inserting a bit of footage, but at the same time, this video is already so long, and I want to keep the like house series to be house series or remodeling series, and then the vlogs to be like their own separate thing. But thank you again to Native for sponsoring the earlier portion of this video. Please check them out in the description down below. You can use my code, and I just want to say I'm very grateful for you, and I'm grateful for the job that I have and the fact that we can renovate our basements. I think this is so fun. I have a lot to get done today, so I will speak to you all in the next video. Bye.